Alright, today we're having a look at the path taken by KB143. Alright, so here we are on the title page of the path taken, which tells us it's now pathways. Travel each path just once, 3 types of routes. Got a nice look to it, and I like the spin there. 2 endpoints, a start and a finish. The route is possible. Okay. No endpoints, same start and finish. The route is possible. Alright. I like the look of it so far. Many endpoints, no route is possible. Okay, so... okay. I thought we were gonna get elephants, but sure. So, okay, so I see how it is. We're gonna probably screw this up, and that's okay. Darn it. I think we've already... But it would be nice if they told us our path. Like, did we... Obviously, we've done something wrong here. Did we reset it? Oh, do we need to hit X? Okay, so that's obvious. Oh, we done did a bad. No, or maybe we didn't do a bad. I'm trying to see, like... Yeah? But I feel like we did our... We covered a route? I guess as long as we're not touching a pylon that we've made, then that's okay. Dun 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 dun. I like the music here. Wait, so wait, we gotta hit the button again, right? Okay, cool. I don't really... Like, I'm glad that they're just pylons and they're not an actual like route, because if there was an actual route we would have crossed that route like 3 or 4 times. Yeah, this is different from what I mean, semi-different. Didn't we just do this one? Okay, the O button, right? Dun 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 dun. Oh, we buggered this. Wah wah. But we did this one already. So why are we doing it again? Can we press L1 and R1 together to escape? I'm trying to escape. I'm hitting L1 and R1 together. But I guess it was actually L2 and R2 to no? Whatevs. Okay, we haven't done this one. It's a neat concept. I don't know how well it's working in execution for me, but I'd like to see kind of new or different things being tried with Dreams. You know, given the whole, this is actually, we can make anything type of package that Media Molecule seems to want to sell. That sounds really bad, and I don't mean it in the negative way that it probably sounds, but it is nice to see things that are a little bit different from what we might normally... Wait, the pathways? What does that mean? Wait, is there another pathways? Boards are made of 6 squares. I'm so confused. Like, are we progressing or are we not progressing? Was that just a practice area? It may have well been. We did not do that, right? I wonder what the mechanic is for laying these pylons, because they don't seem to be going a consistent distance from us. And we got a big 3. Oh, I guess that's just done. Okay, so that's no more. We can no longer travel that route. Fine. What's going on? How many of these are there? I'm so confused. There's only 42 seconds left, so that's not good. Okay, we're gonna go up here, swing over here, swing here, zoom around, go up, and... No! Oh, we did ourselves dirty. And we've only got 15 seconds left, and I still have kind of not a lot of idea what's going on, but I think we're probably gonna have to talk about this back at the hub, and we will see you there. See yas! And we're back, and the path taken by KB143, and I'd say it's a yellow square with some question marks, and your mileage may vary going on in it. Part of the issue here is definitely on my end. The type of puzzle being presented here, the level as it is something that I'm really not particularly good at. Mentioned a couple times in other videos, I know it's kind of cliche to say that girls are not good at spatial concepts. I think that's a load of malarkey. I think girls are just fine at spatial concepts. I think, on the other hand, I myself personally am not fine with spatial concepts, and I didn't do particularly well with the puzzles in this this creation. I do think that the puzzles are, for the most part, well presented and relatively clear, except for one point that we're going to discuss a little bit more. Your basic idea there is that you're trying to go around the blocks, you're trying to travel each pathway completely without crossing a pathway, without getting hit, without running into one of the pylons that will pop up in your path as you're going along. If you could do all of that, it will unlock the area and say you've completed this. If you can't do that, if you've ended up blocked yourself in, you can hit L1 and L2. It'll clear off all the squares that are in the center, and then you can kind of just walk through and exit and try it again later if you want to. I was a little bit confused early on because it seems like the area that we were in originally was maybe kind of a semi sort of kind of tutorial section, and I didn't realize that you could really choose your starting point, so we kind of wandered around the maps as available, wondering why nothing was happening until I accidentally toggled on a little bit of a screen to tell me what I was actually supposed to be doing. It would have been nice if that had been presented a wee bit earlier. Now, I did say that there were some issues that I did have that I do think that I could speak to as somebody playing a creation, not necessarily somebody who is really great at these types of puzzles. And the issues that I had were twofold, and we kind of mentioned them in the video just a little bit. One, I never really felt that I understood how far along I could travel before I would drop a pylon behind me, which made it a little bit difficult to kind of determine how I wanted to path things out and if I was going to be able to get back to another area. If there was something a little bit more clear, you know, like every 20 steps, for example, or something that I could track fairly easily and say, well, if I go that far, I'm going to drop a pylon, I'm going to block my path back out, I think would have been helpful. The other thing, and I think it's a little bit a slightly bigger issue, when we watch that intro video, and it's got like little aliens, it's got the little animals traveling across the path, and that's actually the still from the title page, and that's kind of what I thought I was expecting, you know, when I went into it. I didn't think we were going to be getting Connie in this level, but Connie we got. But you could see that the path was, you know, staying drawn beneath those animals as they were traveling along. And I think to have something like that in the level itself, because there were a few times where I wasn't sure if I had actually completed a pathway, if I had done everything I needed to do, you know, in this route, because as I said, the pylons pop up infrequently, and there's nothing to indicate that I've actually walked this path before. So I think that would help players track, you know, where they've been and where they need to go to actually unlock this map, to actually clear out this map. There are a lot of maps available, and nicely enough, they're not gated through progress. You can traverse the area that you're in. There's a little section that'll say path to more pathways, and you go down that, and then there will be, sure enough, more pathways. A lot more pathways, because there's another stage underneath that's got like 108, I think, pathways, although not all of them are completable. They do tell us when you enter a section how many of the pathways are actually able to be completed and not. So there are some kind of, how would you say it, kind of like dummy puzzles, I suppose, you know, fake puzzles that can't actually be done, which is, I think, an interesting concept in and of itself. But you can walk through that entire area. You can try out whichever puzzles that you want. They do get significantly harder as you progress on. I wasn't able to beat any of the later stage puzzles. There was just a little bit too much going on for me to actually follow. But you know, if this is something that you're good at, I think it does it fairly well. Presentation, as we could see, was pretty base, pretty standard. There's not a lot of frills going on there. It's just you and the puzzle and the pathways between the puzzles, and that's basically it. But I think for a puzzling level like this, that's probably enough, to be perfectly honest. One thing I want to point out that unfortunately we still are not able to highlight in the hub here, but I really liked the music. I thought the background music was well done, it was well designed and well chosen, and it just kind of fit the areas that we were in, and I enjoyed it an awful lot. So hopefully you'll get some mileage out of that as well, and give this level a try, and by all means please do better than I did, because I did terribly. But KB143, thank you so much for making this level, and I do hope to see more from you, and hopefully the next creations that you make will be things that I can grapple with. But don't make creations for me, make creations for yourself, and hopefully the community will find them. And I think that pretty much does it for us here this go about. So from me, Disco, here in Osaka, to all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you, arigato, sayonara, see you, and ciao.